we're on the road, and I've got my coffee. I hope everybody's doing well this morning. I don't know if I'm totally awake yet. I'm not. I put off packing for quite a while. And when I finally got packing, it was about 11 o'clock at night. We're only going for one night. And then by the time I got to bed, it was about 2. And we got up about 6:30, and I was like, I didn't want to get up.
You got up at 6:30.
Yeah, we got up. We were supposed to get up at 6, and it didn't happen. So
we were supposed to be outdoors.
We were supposed to be out the door at 6 or out the door at 7, and none of that happened. So we got out about 8 o'clock in the morning, close to 8. Christina and Jared are driving down. Of course, they're not going the back roads like we are, so they'll be there a little bit early. They'll be able to get settled in, and then we're going to take them out to lunch, and then they're going to kind of have the day together. And we're probably going to crash a little bit. I brought my crochet. I've got some projects that I can do that I need to get done. I got to get the cupcake done for Spanx and the cupcake done for Admiral Tommy and Reese and all that, so I brought those along. Got some soap caddies to do, and I'm going to be putting that up if anybody's interested. We do sell our soap caddies. They would make for a great baby shower, bridal shower. You can get them in a lot of colors. We can get them in, I can get yarn in a lot of different colors, and we can make them solid. I wish I had, if I had known about it, been doing it. I wish I had done it for Christina's wedding, because it would have been a lot easier than what we did. It was cute what we did, but this would have been cute. And you can make a little saying, and they would all be pre-done and pre-wrapped and everything, and then they're useful, and every time everybody uses them, they think of them. It would be cute to even do for a gender reveal. Be able to know what the gender is. And then we could do them in a pink or a blue, and then you could give them as in the favor things. So if it's for that kind of, hi Margaret, if it's for that kind of occasion, we usually sell them for $6 a piece plus shipping. But if it's for that kind of occasion, then we'll work out a special price for a larger amount and a larger order. But they make for a great gift. They really do. Any kind of gift. If anybody orders 5 or more, we usually take like $1 off of each one. And then you could just give them a soap caddy, and be able to throw in a bar of soap, and then you have a lovely gift. So if anybody's interested, the email is interested below. You can reach out to me. I've got a stockpile going of them. And I'm going to be putting up a short about that. My mom's working on them too, because they just make for a great gift. We love ours. We love the fact that you can take the bar of soap, put it in the soap caddy. When the soap is finished, you take the soap caddy, throw it in the wash, and start all over again. And what we do is we put command hooks in our shower, and then it just air dries, and we've never had a problem with anything with them having any mold issues or anything. They're made out of 100% cotton, and they're very durable, and they're very soft. I know people have their qualms a little bit about Hobby Lobby, but their cotton yarn is one of the best. And that is, for right now, that's the only one I found that I will use for them, because they need to be soft. But and they're great for kids too, because then you don't have the soap bar slipping all around. In actuality, your soap lasts longer because you're than using it the other way, and it's a lot less messy and everything. So if anybody's interested, message us, email us, and let us know. And again, great, just that plus the shipping. I know when I was in Premier Design Jewelry, they said you should build a gift closet, just a small thing. Just have little things that you pick up, like our soap caddies would be one thing, or some bars of soap or what have you, and little things, maybe non-perishable things, cute little whatever. Like I was at Hobby Lobby and I found a lighthouse that said, be the light. So I can't remember exactly what it said, but it was really cute. It was like $5. And so just put things in that little closet, and be able to then, when you have somebody that has coming over and they bring you something, or you got a birthday party to go to or something, you can go into your little gift closet and pull out something that's already there. And and I usually include these in about, if I'm gonna do if we do a baby's blanket or something, we give it as a gift, or a wedding or something, I usually put one of these in there for them. So if anybody's interested, I'll be putting up a short of that today. And I did another joke today, and that is to my dear friend in Australia. Let me tell you all, last night, and I'm not going to go into detail, but I was really struggling. I went onto my Facebook, and I had a couple years back put up a really funny, yes, they're great, and our soap savers are top notch. They really are. And I got Soap Caddy because of Tommy Scoville with the lifeboat, and he came up with that, and I thought, I love it. So I give him a little nod on the thing. So it's spreading a little bit of word about the lifeboat. And anyway, he said, boy, these things are genius. He said, I absolutely love them. He said, and why? He said, and I was kind of surprised to learn that especially, he said, that these big burly guys, and they're crocheting in prison, but he said that they'll often, you have to send out your stuff to, somebody that needs it, some organization or so forth. And, he said, I don't know why we didn't think of making ourselves one of these things. And then he said, you don't have to have the soap slip all around. And so anyway, he said these things are about the best invention in the world. He said, I have to clip that and put that up one time about it. But anyway, these little soap pouches is what he originally called it. But then he came up with Soap Caddy, and I had to use it. So I give him a little nod. But again, I was really kind of struggling, because when we had our wedding, our DJ, I had a friend who had actually done my 21st birthday. I had seen him at certain clubs, and I just became friends with him tremendously. And his name was Jeff, and he came and did our wedding. And he decided, he did this thing at the wedding, and he brought out all of my husband's best man, my brother-in-law, all the groomsmen, my father-in-law, who's no longer here, and my dad. And he put them all there, and he had all these hats. And of course, he put my dad's hat in Navy hat. Of course, he served in the Navy. And he had them be the YMCA boys. And it was a riot. And you could hear Christina's voice just laughing at this whole thing. And that popped up on my timeline. And I was struggling last night. And then there was some other stuff going on that I'm not going into detail. And my husband just said to me, are you okay? And I said, yeah. And he was trying to pack and everything. And I just took my little happy little self, not very happy, I can say that. And I took my little happy self outside, and I made a phone call, and I called a friend. It really, really helped. I leaned into connection. I knew I needed it. I couldn't press forward. I didn't even want to pack. I didn't want to go. I just was like, I don't even want to do this. And I knew I needed to. I mean, this is my husband's 95th, his grandmother's 95th birthday. So we got to go. Thank God she's still here to celebrate 95, which is amazing. But we need to go, and there's going to be family that he hasn't seen for a while, and my daughter hasn't seen, has never met, hasn't seen my daughter for a while, and hasn't met her husband. There's going to be family that hasn't done that yet. So this is an amazing opportunity. I'm so glad my daughter and her husband are able to come. And, she was talking because there was a baby shower in Indiana last weekend that we were supposed to go to. And, yeah, me too. And we made the choice not to go to that. And I said to the cousin, I said, listen, you're going to be at the birthday party? And she said, yes. I said, well, I'm going to bring you your gift. Because I said, between the 5 hours to Indiana last weekend and then the 5 hours back and the gas and then going this weekend and the hotel for the night, I said, we just can't all do it. So she said, that's fine. I said, if you're going to be at the baby shower or the bridal shower or the birthday party, I'll go ahead and bring your gift. And so she was like, that's...
Someone's getting married now.
Yeah, well, coffee hasn't finished yet, y'all.
Sorry.
Thanks.
I didn't know it was coming. I'm sorry.
All down. I'm going to clobber my husband in just a minute. All down my brand new shirt.
Glad I didn't use that now.
Yes. Oh boy. These shirts I got for Walmart, y'all, are so soft. Oh, I love soft.
Sorry.
I love soft shirts.
Oh, honey, we can take 95 East.
I don't think so. Oh boy. It wouldn't be a road trip without Mary bumping and spilling.
Good Lord. It's the roads in this
something.
2 traffic
Oh,
light town,
gosh.
3 traffic light town.
Oh goodness. Anyway, there's I don't know if I can make a short out of that, but there's my short of the day, right? But
the hugest garage sale ever.
I'm glad I did. I knew that that's what I needed to do. It wasn't easy to do. And I ended up messaging the person and I said, all I want to do is cry. And they said, are you okay? And I said, and they knew I wasn't, and they knew I needed to talk. And we ended up talking for 2 hours. And when I got done with the 2 hours, I felt better. I was like, okay. And then, of course, I went on to Kristen and Melinda's live, and she was like, I'll help keep you awake while you're packing. So I packed, and I had the energy to do it. But she kind of helped me with some things. She just kind of helped through. And again, like I say, when we're in the midst of a situation, we can't see. Sometimes we see with our glasses off. If you're like me and need glasses to read everything, we take our glasses off and everything's blurry. And so when I put my glasses on, I can see everything. And so, in the mix of a situation, we can't see it. And as much as we love our family and our friends, and I love my husband, he's in the mix of it. And so he can't see it the same way that I can. That somebody, or not that I can, but that somebody without being in the mix of it can see it. And so
You're in a sport type car when you hit critters in the middle of the road.
Anyway, so it was really, really helpful. And I was really glad I did it. And I leaned into connection and I called up and said, I need to talk. And it really helped. And I stood outside, and my neighbors probably thought I was nuts, but I don't care. I talked and I cried a little bit and I laughed, and at the end of it, felt a lot better. And I could not get moving to pack. I was just in. But I stopped off at the Dollar Tree. I got I don't know if you've ever seen those huge, big, huge coloring books. But I picked up some of those, and I got some ring pops and some Hershey's bars, and I put them on there. And I've got 5 precious nieces and nephews that are old enough to draw, and a new one that's not there yet. And so I got that little nephew a book. But I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and get this, and then I'm just going to hand them to each one of them and say, here's your birthday. If I've missed it, here you go. I'll get it, because my one nephew, he celebrates his birthday with Grandma's birthday, which is tomorrow. So I thought I had to get him something, but then...
Goosey.
Yes, which means I did forget that one thing that I was going to do.
What did you forget to do?
I forgot to print out something I was going to print out, but I'll just stop off at... I'll stop off at Dollar Tree and pick up some. Anyway, I've designed it. I was going to print it out this morning. Do you think I remember to print it out? No, that would have been way too easy. It's okay. We'll make it work. So anyway, I hope everybody's doing well. It's a beautiful day out.
Cardigan.
And we'll be there probably about 11 o'clock, 11:15, somewhere around there. So we're going to take the kids out to lunch. Don't know where yet. And then Josh and I are going to try to go. There's a place in Cincinnati, if you ever go, it's called Izzy's. And they have the best Reuben sandwiches and Rachel sandwiches.
Oh my. That's an interesting critter.
You could ever imagine. They're so good. And they also have the best potato pancakes. They're so good.
Oh my God.
They're so good. And they don't have an Izzy's up here, so if we have an opportunity, we'll go to Izzy's and get dinner, or see if I can order it in or something. Because all I want to do is relax. The hotel don't have a pool. That would be awful nice if they did, but they don't have a pool. But my son-in-law found this hotel for like $75. And originally I was going to go try to stay with my sister-in-law, and I thought, nah, I'll just go stay. And this way,
you're smoking something funny, lady.
we may, see.
Hey, golf cart.
So I'll be able to hang out with my daughter in the morning for breakfast, and my son-in-law and all that kind of stuff. So we thought, well, let's just do this. And if they weren't coming, then I'd consider, staying with, trying to see if we could manage that and stay with her. But
I did not see that sign.
FedEx don't listen very well.
What?
It's out for delivery. I'm telling you what.
If it's out for delivery, they're going to get an earful.
Well, it's out for delivery. Well, here's this. You want to know the scoop? What is that company again? I'm going to go ahead and blast them.
American Freight.
If you all have an American Freight in your town, do not ever buy 1 iota worth of anything from them. My husband, we had a chair for my grandmother, a lift chair, that finally bit the dust after years and years. It was a lazy.
It was still usable.
It was lazy boy.
You needed to buy a part for it.
And that's what we probably should have done. It was good quality.
I told you that.
Well,
You can't go backsies on it now.
Well, if he did, I don't remember. But anyway, so
it was a $50 part that I had to buy on eBay.
So anyway, we went ahead and we went ahead and got a chair, right, from American Freight. Well, the mechanism to get the leg down for the first chair was unbelievably difficult. He was having such difficulty getting it down, to the point where he was actually getting cuts on the back of his legs a little bit from trying to get this chair down. And, as a diabetic, that's a little dangerous. So we went back to the place, and we told them the problem, and we exchanged the chair for a lift chair where he could just press the little button and lift it up. Now, this is in August. The chair is already dust kaput. And it has been dust kaput since April of this year. Hi, Butler Farm. And I got the barbecue sauce. Ooh, I can't wait to try it. And so it needs to be put out in the firing range. And
no, it's much worse.
So anyway, so we had a warranty with it. Yeah, people that don't believe in warranties, go get a warranty. Believe me, I'm telling you, it does save your bacon. It saved me more than once. So we got a warranty. Well, they told us originally that we had 60 days to return it or exchange the warranty. We went to the store. Now the 60 went to 30. And originally, when we bought the first chair, they said that's fine. As long as you pay it off within a certain amount of time, you'll go ahead and you'll pay what you pay out the door. Well, that wasn't the truth. If we paid it off early, we actually had to pay an extra $100 to pay off the chair early. Hi, Mona. Watch out for my short today. It's for you, girl. And so anyway, I had to. So that was false. We had to pay an extra $90 to pay it off early. But if we had waited and paid it off within the way they wanted to pay it, we would have owed an extra $300. It makes sense to pay it off early, and we had to pay it off early. I don't understand. So anyway, that was the first lie. So we went back. They went ahead and exchanged it and made the process. This was in April. We are still waiting for this chair replacement to come in and replace the chair that is going to pieces minute by minute as he's sitting there.
They don't have parts. They don't have either chair. They don't have either chair in stock.
And so I finally said, we're done. This girl don't fool around anymore. I'm done. So I said, we're done. And I called the store the other day. I'm still waiting for a phone call back. Just wait, because I will be the squeakiest wheel you could ever imagine.
By the way, it's been over 48 hours.
And so they said give 24 to 48 hours. I want that you have a credit sitting at the store. Well, I don't want a dang on thing from it. You can just take it and go, I don't want it. I want my money back. So now I got to fight with the store to get my money back for the chair, to go ahead and pay off the chair that I just had to order, because this other chair that they said was going to come in is not going to come in anytime soon. So my husband has made it so he has the chair, and he's using an old office chair that has no back to use it as footrest. So that's one note, right? So I called FedEx. I did a FedEx manager thing to say, please make sure that you do not deliver this chair, right? Well, we're driving out of town. Please hold it until Monday, because my mother's there and she's elderly, and I really don't want her to have to bring this chair in. I just got a notification on my phone that says FedEx said, your package is out for delivery. So guess what I get to get on the phone and go scream bloody murder to, if I can get through to FedEx, which is a whole other one. If you
I already have a running complaint with FedEx. I'm talking.
If you want to talk about the trying to get through to FedEx, hi Ferret Brooks. If you want to talk about trying to get through to anybody at FedEx, oh my Lord, there was a gentleman. This was years ago. And they said, oh, you know what? He was a owner of a corporation. And he said, I decided to call up and use my automated systems, right? To call up and see if I could get through to my own company. And he said, I finally threw up my hands. And he said, I couldn't even get through to my own company. And he said, you know what I did with the automated phones? He said, they went in the garbage. He said that was stopped immediately, and everybody was there to answer the phones for my customers. Now I know you can't do that with FedEx, I get that, but good night. Trying to get through to anybody at FedEx is like trying to get through to the president.
You can do that with FedEx.
Yesterday, you know how I got through to FedEx? You know how I got through to FedEx? I got through to FedEx by telling them that I was needed a freight delivery.
Hey, there's a purple pig.
Yeah, there's a carnival coming to town here. But that's how I finally got through to them, is by telling them that I had a freight delivery. And they said, oh yeah, go ahead and do all this and everything. And I just got a notification that says your package is out for delivery. So I told my mama, I said, listen, if it comes, we have a neighbor, and I'm going to message him and say, you know, please call him and, you know, have him come in and help you with this package. But now I got to get on the phone with them and.
Oh, I get to talk to FedEx.
Lisa says, preach, sister. Thankfully, with USPS, our local has a terrific staff. Well, that's awesome. That's awesome. But trying to get,
Our local USPS.
You know, I called FedEx, and because you want to talk to a representative, and it says, oh, without a proper tracking number, you can't talk to a representative. Well, then in this option, and you call 3 times, and they freaking hang up on you. And I had a refrigerator. I had a vacation home before, and I had a refrigerator, right? And I delivered a freezer. It wasn't a refrigerator, it was a freezer to my son-in-law and my daughter. And I needed it to be delivered on a certain day because I knew they were going to be there and we were going to be there and everything. And the vacation hold went beautifully. I don't know what went wrong this time. And
FedEx don't read.
I called up FedEx and I said, listen, I want you to make sure you put this in the system. Oh, well, we can't do that. Well, what happened to change between the last time I did a vacation hold and I did it through you all, representative, and now I do a vacation hold through your darn computer, and then you've sent out the delivery. You know,
it's going to be even worse because the way
the only positive thing is if it is delivered, at least when my husband comes back, he can go take the chair that is falling apart by the moment, stick it in the garage until they call, because I want to take this chair and say, here you go, and I want my money.
We're going to have a problem.
What?
Well, the way FedEx is supposed to deliver to our house, they have to deliver it at the front door.
Well, I don't know. We'll see. We will see what happens. But I'm not. I'm not happy. And I told them I don't want this package delivered, and I put in a dang on vacation hold, and they're still delivering it.
Ashley.
Where are we in?
Ashley.
Oh, we're in Ashley, Ohio. Okay.
In 10 miles.
We're in Ashley, Ohio, y'all. Little town. By the time we get through it, and the time I would turn my camera around, we'd be through it, and we'd be sneezing. They do have a Dollar General. Yeah, they have a Dollar General.
Everybody's got a Dollar General these days.
Not everybody.
There's people out in the middle of nowhere got Dollar General.
So anyway, I mean, you little sneeze and you're through it. Little tiny towns. This is why I like coming the back way. It's because you get to see all the little tiny towns and everything and all the unique things. And then you look at all these houses and you think, what's the story? Duck eggs for sale. All these little stories about all these little houses and who lived in them and when they were built. Not the newer ones, but the older ones. Yep. Your package is out for delivery. I'm going to clobber them. I'm going to literally clobber them. Oh, Lord, am I going to clobber them. Well, at least she gets a chair when we get home. But I'm not happy. And now, oh, boy. Anyway, so...
No, FedEx is going to have a problem.
You know, I just love going through and looking at the towns and looking at the houses and thinking, all these old homes, what's the story behind the homes? Who lived there? If only a house could talk, right? Wouldn't that be cool? That'd be so awesome. So we should be there about 11:15. Beautiful countryside, it really is. At least we don't have, on the way to Indiana, we come across, don't you?
He's not even doing a damn speed limit.
We'll let it go. We're not in a rush.
Dang, speed limit.
The on the way to Indiana, we come across you know, a place where there's all these like those wind turbine things. Oh my goodness, it just ruins the landscape. It does.
And then they're taking out the solar farm to put in more wind turbines.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. Here, I'll show you. Look at this. Beautiful, beautiful countryside. Really is.
Nothing for miles.
Yep.
I definitely want to live right in the middle. Ain't got nothing for miles that way or that way.
Yeah.
How many smiles per yard?
That's beautiful. Looks like this may be a cornfield here.
Soybeans.
Soybeans. I don't know my soybeans from anything, but isn't that
Looks
just
like
beautiful?
Too short
Beautiful.
for corn.
Well, the corn hasn't had a chance to grow yet.
It's too short for corn.
Okay, well, it's not corn. I don't know it, but
By now, corn should be at least waist high on me.
but anyway, isn't that beautiful? That's just beautiful. That really is. Beautiful countryside.
They just threaded it last
But
week.
like this, you sit there and look at that one home and you think, who lived there? What's the story behind it? What's the family that lived there? You know? And you just kind of wonder what it was like. I know for myself, I do. We're headed to Cincinnati. My husband's grandmother's turning 95 years old, and they're throwing her a birthday party. And so my daughter and son-in-law are on the highway because we don't go the highway. We go the back roads.
Somebody crashed into my garage.
And we love going the back roads because we get to see all the beautiful countryside.
Dude, get the lead out.
And all that kind of stuff. So we love to go the back roads. And so that's what we're doing. We're on our way to Cincinnati. And we'll celebrate her 95th birthday. And then my nephew's is his birthday too on the same day as my husband's grandmother. And we'll see him too. So there's a lot of family we'll see. And then my daughter and my son-in-law are going the highway, and he hasn't had an opportunity to meet all the family. The family.
Well, we just blinked our way through Leonardsburg.
Your back roads look like our front roads. But he's going to get to meet some family that he hasn't met before. So that'll be really, really nice. And
Leonardsburg was a dust ball on the map.
Yep, it wasn't even anything. It was just
a sign on this side, a sign on that side.
And we're done. We're out. Literally.
Can I go around them, please?
No.
It's clear. I can see forever.
And so, good morning, Debbie.
Means he's not.
Yeah. Well, they're not distant, but as far as, it's like there's family coming from Georgia and family
Florida.
coming from Florida. Oh, Bob's going to be there?
I think so.
And Indiana and all that kind of stuff. So, so he's going to get to meet my son-in-law. The people that couldn't come to the wedding are going to get to meet him. So that'll be nice.
Pew Pew family.
And this will be like the first time they've all gotten together for a family event that my daughter and my husband will be at. It's now legally.
Oh, we didn't bring the paper.
Well, you don't need the paper. Legally his daughter, and so
but I can prove that
he'll be able to show that off.
She's legally mine. Shut up.
He'll be able to kind of show that off a little bit, so that'll be really nice. So anyway,
I want my money back.
So
this guy drives like a lemon.
Well, we're enjoying the countryside.
I'm enjoying the countryside, but I like to go.
Oh, I'm gonna take.
People
I've got my camera to take pictures with, and we're gonna
Got
take
our gimbals.
we got gimbals, and I've got my phone, and we'll take pictures for sure. And my husband's uncle is a photographer. Well, he used to be a photographer, but his daughter did both. Did our daughter's wedding photos. Beautiful, beautiful photos. And so I'm sure she will be bringing her camera to take pictures of this huge family. My husband's grandmother had 6 kids, and she has about 30 grandchildren and 30 great-grandchildren. And I told her, I said, listen,
33 grand.
and I said, you got to stick around enough for down the road for my daughter to have a child, because that would be her first great-great-grandchild if she's here for it. And I said, you can't go until you get the opportunity of meeting that, because my daughter's old enough that if she's the oldest great-grandchild. And so I said, if you have, if my daughter has a child, then it would be my my grandmother's and my husband's grandmother's great-great-grandchild. Oh, yeah, the men of the paper, yes. We have a picture. He just wants to show it off. He's proud. He's always treated, our daughter as his own from the Jump Street. The day we got married, that was his daughter. And it's always been, blood is blood, but this doesn't matter whether you're blood or not, you're my kid. And he's always done that. But we were able to make it legal and all the kind of stuff in April, and the adoption went through. And so she was an adult, but that's what she wanted. And we had to wait for various reasons and all that kind of stuff because of certain things. And it finally came through. And now legally and everything, he's, it's his daughter, but he's treated her like, we got married in 2007, and he's treated her just like his own all the way through. Couldn't be more thankful for it. And she'll say, that's my dad. That's my daddy. And so this Father's Day is, this is not his first Father's Day. It kind of is his first Father's Day, and everything. So it'll be nice. But I don't know what town we're in now.
We're almost like we're in Delaware.
We're near Columbus, but of course
we're in that little gray area around Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah, we're around Columbus, so we're halfway there.
We're not at the good, interesting part where we have like the Dutchman and all that.
Yes, if you all come to Ohio, you got to go to Dutchman. It is.
Oh my goodness!
So good. It is so good.
They're farmers' portions.
Yes.
So you think, the hell was that?
A rock, probably. But if you ever have an opportunity, you should go to Der Dutchman. If you come to Ohio and there's a Der Dutchman around, they're all Amish restaurant.
Oh my goodness, dude. He's slowing down. Hey, slow down.
Well, that's interesting. Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay, I'm not stuck behind them.
We picked.
Hello, Ossifer.
We picked them up when we interned my dad when he passed away. We interned his ashes. These earrings were at a little shop, little purple flowers.
Delaware.
They were in a little shop. And I just loved them. And my mom went quietly and picked them up and handed them to me. And she said, here you go. She said, you'll always kind of, be something special with a hard day. And so when I wear them, they are special. And then we decided, trigger warning, my dad was put in a columbarium. And so we decided to remove his ashes from there and bring them up here so that we can reintern them closer to where we are now so that we could go visit. And we haven't done that yet. We'll do that in the fall. But when we did that, we met my mother-in-law. She went and picked them up and brought them to us, and we stopped off at Der Dutchman. Well, this anchor necklace I found that at Der Dutchman, and I said, I have to have this. And my daughter has a necklace with his ashes in it. I didn't want that. And my dad served. Hi, Kristen. My dad served in
Navy.
in the Navy. So for me, the anchor was very special. So when I wear this, I think of my dad. And when I wear the earrings, I think of him. So I just thought of the only thing I'm going to bring me this weekend.
Hey,
A columbarium is above ground. So they're columns, and usually it's a wall. It's usually done, and people's ashes are placed in there. And so, you know, instead of in the ground, which made it a lot easier. Of course, they're in a box and all that kind of stuff. But we wanted to be able to, my thing was when my mom, who's still here, leaves this world, I wanted them very much at the same place. And so I just decided that,
back to Minnesota.
I just decided that I wanted to make sure that happened, and I didn't want to do it. Don't get you straighter in your crochet corner. I decided that when my mom leaves this world, that I'm going to be in enough emotional. It's going to be a very, very emotionally difficult time. I don't want to try to do this, and then mixed of that, that I wanted to handle this beforehand. And this way, literally, the place that he would be in his second interment, if you want to look at that way, would be probably about 45 minutes from us and about a half an hour from my daughter. So she can go there and visit, and we can go there and visit, and then it would be nice. And originally, when he was interned in Dayton, we thought at the time my son-in-law and my daughter were dating, and it was like, and we kind of could tell what was happening, and it was most likely that they were gonna, you know, wind up together and so forth. And we weren't too sure of that, but it's what happened, and glad we did it. And I know. Yeah, well, my grandparents are in, my grandmother and my grandfather are both in a columbarium, which means the same kind of thing, in Florida. So I don't have any intention of going back to Florida ever, especially down in, the farthest place I would go would be, oh, goodness gracious, where would it be? It'd be Orlando to go to Disney. That's about as far as this girl's going.
No, not me.
I have no desire to actually go back to downtown Fort Lauderdale and all that kind of stuff. Been there, done that. Nope, no thank you. So, you're in Florida too? Yes, well, I've been there. I've lived there.
Been there, done that. Don't really want to go back.
No, we're done. And
further south, I'm going to St. Augustine.
Yeah, but I would go to, if I had grandchildren, they want to go to Disney, I would love.
If I had grandchildren, then that would be the only way I'm going to Orlando.
So, but outside of that, I'm not going back to Florida. And I have no desire to go back. Don't want to go back. No. I don't do highways well, y'all. Don't do them. And we're on a byway. My husband will say, this is not a highway.
Technically a highway or a byway. It's a blip.
Yep, it's a blip, and I don't like it. I don't like the blip. Yeah, the storms are scary. I agree with that 100%. I've been through Andrew. I've been through Wilma. Wilma was really scary. And I've been through Wilma.
Terrifying.
Well, you weren't there.
Not Wilma. Irma.
Wilma was worse because we were in the eye of Wilma. And
I wasn't there, but
no, but you were worried about us.
During.
Yes, you were very concerned about us. So I don't miss the hurricanes. We do get our tornado warnings up here that I would do without, but I love the fall. I love the winter, and it's already too hot.
I don't like spring, and I don't like
No,
summer.
we want our fall and winter.
I don't even care for fall.
Oh, I love fall. I mean, I get so excited, y'all, when I see the trees. Yes, so I don't have any desire to go back to
She
Florida.
acts like a 5-year-old when she sees the leaves
I
changing.
just love it. I love it. You used to live in Tennessee? Yeah. Well, I've been to Tennessee, been to Memphis. That's one of my things, too. I want to go back to Memphis and go take my daughter to see Elvis.
Honey, you're the only 10 I see.
And I want to go have her see Graceland.
Hey, we lost the minivan.
Fun fact, the cold makes you age slower. Well, that would be awesome. I just find out it's funny because when I as a fibromyalgia patient, I would sit there and go, my doctor said, oh, you need to go to a warm climate. You're in the wrong climate. And I said, oh, hi, Steeris. That's okay. I'm just, yes, a must-see.
Picking up my radio time.
It's must-see Graceland, absolutely. But they said, you know, that you know, that it would be better if we went, you know, you need to go into a warm climate. I'm like, no, I want cold. I actually feel better when it's cold. But yes, I've been to Graceland 3 times during Elvis week. As I can probably say, I survived Elvis week because that's what you do. You're exhausted by the end of it. I've laid on Elvis Presley Boulevard. They closed down Elvis Presley Boulevard for the candlelight. And
why are you laying in the middle of the road?
Well, because no traffic. They close it down.
I don't care.
And
why are you laying in the middle of the road?
Because you're that tired.
People
Everybody is sitting they're sitting in the middle of the road. They're outside the road. I mean, there's a whole line waiting to go into the candlelight service. Now, and it's hot as could be, if you're disabled, they will allow you to come in the line at some point. You can go through, but you know, you're going up there and you're waiting to go in line and all that kind of stuff. And for the candlelight, so everybody just pretty much hangs out there all night. That's what they do. They stay up all night. They hang out. They connect with other people and everything. It's amazing. And so they had that. So I've been 3 during Elvis week.
I remember Sawmill Park.
And I've been once with my dad, which was amazing. Doctors are weird. Some are really good, and others I wonder if the potato would give them help. My friends with fibromyalgia said they need to keep their homes super chilled, but they need to live in a hot, dry, sunny place to get the weather effects they need. Yep. I just do better in the cold. I don't breathe in heat. I don't. It's too hot already. I don't do well. My husband doesn't like the heat. I don't like the heat.
Fat man don't do hot.
So anyway. So that's the scoop. We're in Concord, Ohio now, y'all.
Concord Township. We're in Columbus still.
But we're not going through downtown Columbus. We did that once.
Oh, God, no.
No, thank you. No, thank you. We will stay on the back roads. Thank you very much.
That hurts. Oh, my goodness.
But I will find a way to do a little bit of a deep dive on Elvis a little bit.
That guy put us back 10
because I really want to. There's a lot of stories that haven't been told about him that I think people do not realize how humble of a man he really was. Oh.
Sundong, Ohio? What?
I'll be praying that you feel better and that it goes away very soon.
What?
Oh, yes, he helped a lot of people, but he never forgot where he was. And there's a lot of stories about him and how he really always just felt better to receive. You know, he wanted to give than to receive. And he was just, there was so much behind the jumpsuits and the singing and all that kind of stuff. There was so much more of him than people don't realize, and so I want to do a show certainly on that.
Not mine.
On that. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm about ready to get off here. I just wanted to come on real quick and say good morning. Now I got to get on the phone with FedEx and find out why they didn't get the message that says, please hold. Don't want to do that. They really don't want to do that.
I told you, you're not doing it. I am.
So, anyway, but I still got to get on the phone and fuss a little bit. FedEx, but it's in the wrong place. Just as we're talking about FedEx, there's literally a FedEx truck. Who's the Halloween host? Lady, she was held by Elvis. I grew up listening to Elvis. My mom loved him and still does. She woke me up every day. She woke me up the day he died and begged me to sit with her. She was bawling. Yep. I mean, I've bawled about him, and I don't, he just had such a connection. There's a song. Thank you.
I was born the year he died.
There's the song that he did, and it was Now What My Love. If you ever question that man had a voice, go listen to that song. Because it was a song, and it wasn't until that was his alarm. It wasn't until there was a part in the song that came up that it was slow, and then it was like, bam, his voice just let it go. And he was like, if you have any questions, whether you could sing. And then if you go, even though I don't agree, the X-Files, they don't agree with that last concert should ever been aired, because it was really so hard to see him in the shape he was at that point. But he literally had he got on the piano and sang Unchained Melody, and he did it. And if you listen to the voice and what note he hit, and 6 weeks later he was gone. Amazing. He had a voice, and it was powerful. Yeah. Oh, I can't watch it. I cannot watch it. And I think they did it for money purposes. As far as I'm concerned, it should have never been aired. The only thing that should have been aired is that song he did on the piano. And yet I found it fascinating to watch.
Tim is old.
Because he was looking, hi Jaden, he was looking at Charlie Hodge, and he was looking at him just sitting there as he's playing this song. And I'm like, Elvis, you got this. Questioning whether he was doing any good. Was he doing it good? And he sold out every place he went. He got into the car, and he always asked his guys the same question: did I do good? And one of the crazy things about Elvis is he always thought that he would be forgotten. He thought nobody's gonna remember me. I don't think he realized the impactful nature that he left the world. And boy, now that I've met that's the second FedEx truck I've seen. The impact that he gave this world was unbelievable. And I think of Elvis. Guys, look, there's a horsey. I don't know if you can see him. I don't think you can see him, but
He's up by too fast. He was standing still.
he will always be special to me because of the connection I have to my dad when it comes to Elvis. And it will always be something very special. And I'm an Elvis fan till I leave this world. But if you haven't had a chance, go listen to that song. If you ever want to see a concert, they have it fully on. Go listen to the Hawaii special. And go watch him do that Hawaii special. And it was amazing. Elvis, Freddie Mercury, I wonder if both of them were alive, how it would impact one another. Yep.
Oh my goodness.
There's the aspect that's not so pretty to look at, but there's the other aspect of Elvis that I think is so worthy to be looked at. that I think is overskipped by that he was. We need to look at all of it.
Hi, officer.
And I will definitely be doing one on that. So anyway,
It was an unmarked one.
I'm gonna get off of here. I hope you all have a good morning. I'll be streaming this way anyway throughout the thing, the time period, and I will hope everybody finds us well. Come in on Monday for Lighthouse Monday. If you all have an opportunity, please go back if you would. We're really trying to get them watch hours back up. Get to that 3,000 mark. We're about 1,400 in. If you will go back and just please watch any of the stuff, even just a couple, if that's all you can do, any of the things you haven't watched, even if it just plays in the background, we would really, really appreciate it. If you could go do that for us, that would be so helpful. Share it on your community tab. Share it on your community tab if you can. Share it on your Facebook. Just sharing helps tremendously. And, Steris, I will try when I get back to play some of your things on my devices and see if I can help with them watch hours for you. Okay, that's what we're going to do. We're going to do... Okay. Well, if you want to reach out to me, I'll see what I can do to help you. That's how you can help. And I will see if I can, when I come back, I'll load some of your stuff on my devices and run some watch hours for you. That's how we help. That's what we do. We have to help each other. And if you want to help a creator, a content creator, and you can't always do the super chats and all that kind of stuff. We can't. But the best way you can help a content creator is go in their stuff, find things that you haven't watched yet, and go watch it for them. And even if it's just listening to their stuff in the background or playing it in the background, is a way that you can assist helping a content creator. And that costs you nothing, but it is helping them out, even if they're monetized, even if they already have their watch hours and all that kind of stuff done. It does help, and what it does is helps push them further out there if their stuff is getting watched, especially if you run an entire playlist. Now, I have several playlists. I have one that says Tuber Chat Main, because I just throw everything in there. Nobody has to sit there and watch all those, but there's other more condensed playlists, and if you run a playlist, it helps push it further out. So any help with that, if you want to ask what you can get me for my birthday, that would mean a world to us, and we would greatly appreciate it. Have a good day, y'all. Stay connected. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. If you haven't liked this, please give the thumbs up. And we'll see you throughout this time. Have a great day. Stay connected. Bye, y'all.